Today we are hitting the road to head to Indiana for the holidays. Jen is at work right now, but I'm gonna get ready on the packing, and we thought we'd bring you along on the process. We have no clue if it's gonna be an interesting video or what have you, but we thought we would try to document our trip because we've been doing this trip for, I think it's been over about 6 years now. All right, so let's get started. Before Jen gets home, I gotta pack all this stuff over here, and then she's got some stuff over here. And then once she gets home, I gotta clean out the car, get everything going, and I gotta put a sheet on the back seat for these guys. And then gotta pack all the Christmas presents. I have no clue if they're gonna fit, but we're gonna see how well we can do. And then we've got just some like extra bags, like the dog's food bag, food, bowls, all that kind of stuff. Alcohol, because why not? And our just like kind of electronics bag. And we have a whole nother food bag in the kitchen. So let's get these clothes packed up. Jen's home. Are you ready to hit the road? You're so ready.
It's so many hours. We'll see.
Yeah.
15 hours and 8 minutes. Here we go.
942 miles. We're in traffic.
About a half an hour into the trip. I feel good, but we've only been in the car for 30 minutes. Wait until we've been in the car for 14 hours and then I'll panic. Sometimes I imagine things in terms of how many marathons you could do while doing that thing, and I didn't realize how long this trip home is until I realized at my running pace I could run 3 marathons in the time that we drive home.
Is insane.
It's really
3 marathons?
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna be 15 hours.
Because it took like 7 hours.
The first year. The second year I shaved off over an hour.
Okay, so 6 hours.
So I guess I could do, what, 2.5 marathons, I guess.
Would you rather do that or be driving in the car with me for 15 hours?
I mean, back to back, no, I would really rather not do the marathons. Over time, sure, I would rather do it. No, I actually like being in the car with you. It's just like, you know me, sometimes like the last 2 hours.
Jen gets some cabin fever. I'm kind of curious if we'll be able to get you in your... This tiny little dog back here is trying to make a bed, and I just wish you'd get comfortable and lay down. This one has no problems falling asleep. If I ever get way too exhausted, I end up going back here because I can surprisingly fit in the back seat of the Subaru, and we'll lay down with them. It is dark now. I totally forgot to even film, and we actually took a little pit stop to feed the dogs and get some dinner at Chipotle, which was delicious. I think we probably stopped for about like 15-20 minutes. Still traffic.
Too much traffic.
So much traffic. Poor Jen. Jen usually starts out our drives.
I'm up earlier, so I will crash earlier.
Whenever Jen is done, then we will make another stop and I will take over. We ran into some interesting problems through Massachusetts. They replaced our toll roads or toll booths from just like everybody can drive through them.
Like automated?
Yes, automated. If you have an Easy Pass, like you've always known, like you have to drive slightly slower through it so that it picks up your Easy Pass. But the issue is that there are transponders like for every exit, so they're no longer off the exit,
right? Which
is what Jen was saying. They're still on the highway. Everybody would slow down, so there were just like backups, and it's kind of become a trend. It used to not be like that, but they've replaced them in Massachusetts for a while now, and I think it kind of like picked up.
Yeah, and it would back up the traffic for like 2 miles. We'd be driving, you know, 30 miles per hour, not really knowing why.
It's interesting. We're still kind of waiting for the traffic to die off but
cross your fingers.
we'll get there eventually, and then you'll really get into the interesting stuff where one of us is asleep and the other one's kind of going crazy driving and everything. So
AKA Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
The whole state.
Yeah, so we'll touch base with you, I don't know, a couple hours at least. We're only about 3 hours in, so you can't see it yet, but we're in New York, yay! And there's the sign, okay. It's raining, it's slightly stressful for Jen at least.
Raining fairly hard, and it's like all of the lights are reflective.
Alright, well, we won't bother you too long.
Okay, bye!
Stop number 2. Getting some gas. We are at this Dino Mart, which honestly, the first thing I thought of was like Pee Wee Herman. There's like this dinosaur situation in Pee Wee Herman, and that dinosaur looks almost like exactly like it. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, no idea. I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
It's still raining. We were in New York, now we're in PA. So fast. I can't keep it straight. Indiana. Slightly uncomfortable, but gets me to sleep. So here's what happened and what you didn't see, because some of us didn't film. Jen switched over. How you made it like?
Made it about 8 hours.
Yeah, she made it like 8 hours. I'm sorry if the footage is a little bumpy,
shaky,
where it's kind of hard to keep it steady with driving and everything. So Jen drove about 8 hours, and then I got on the road on like maybe an hour or two of sleep. Drove through like Pennsylvania, Ohio. So the trip's supposed to take 15 hours. I think it actually took
17.
Yeah, it actually ends up taking 17 with all the stops. We stopped in between there, went to the bathroom, let the dogs go to the bathroom.
The traffic, all the traffic.
The traffic, oh my gosh, the traffic in the beginning.
Crazy.
And it has rained the entire time. We are in Indiana now. It's a little baffling because of the sun's not up. So in Massachusetts, I'd say it's up by like a little bit after 7. Yeah. Downfall of that is in the evenings when you're driving home from work or whatever. At like 4:30, the sun's going down. Gas prices were interesting. You filled up the car before we left. About $2.70.
Yeah.
When I got to about Akron, Ohio, Eastern Ohio, right, 205, and then it went to like 215, and then it went way up. It was like $2.99, and then you saw it
almost right as we were coming into Indiana
for $1.99. And let's check on the dogs. Dog update. Molly, how's it going? Tell everybody how you've been a little pacey in the back. So we'll see you guys hopefully when we get there.
We did it!
Oh, we did! The dogs are like excited to get out of the car.
Yeah, they're like, move the van, guys, open the doors. I'm ready for breakfast.
We do this trip every year.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Molly dog is losing her mind. This was 17 hours. I was curious what some of your guys' longest road trips have been.
Yeah.
So
and was it worth it? Did you go somewhere worth it? We have to come here because we love our family and we want to spend the holidays with them. But, you know, did you go off the beaten path and find a new place that was really cool?
But I want to know too, like where it was. So how long was it and where it was? And if you want, I don't know, did you like this video? Was it kind of boring? Was it interesting? I don't know.
Yeah, we wanted to be a little bit more vulnerable and show you guys a little bit more about our lives.
It's what we do every year, so.
Happy holidays if you're spending time with your families.
Yeah.
Or if it's after the holidays when you watch this, I hope you had a great holiday.
Happy New Year. Yeah. That'll do it for us today. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.